Hello, everybody. This is Linda DeVitas, owner and founder of healingsonthego.com. I am the host of Healings on the Go with Linda DeVitas, author, certified healer, Reiki healer, dolphin healer, professional space clearer, and a whole bunch more. To see what services I offer, please visit me at healingsonthego.com. I would like to introduce my special guest. She is my sister, psychic clairvoyant medium, Rhea Mitchell, to the show. Yay!
Oh,
Welcome, welcome, Rhea. How you
I-
doing today? How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. I woke up with a headache, but it's
Oh,
getting better.
you'll get better. You'll get,
Yeah.
yeah.
Today we're going to talk about our stories, especially um, tuning in with spirits, how they come through. I just basically want to talk about you and your talents. My sister is very empathic, clairvoyant. She expresses her nice energy. She feels people's energy. So she does a ton of artwork. She's very humble and she doesn't like to show her skills, but she's very, very talented. She paints on people's auras, their energy field, and she creates gorgeous stuff. I should have brought mine, but maybe after the show, after the break, I'm gonna run and get one of them. But she's very intuitive. She creates gorgeous stuff. Do you have one with you or no?
I have one right here. But
Okay, good. Show it.
this is like a tiny one, but I put it in the library.
That's cute.
It's so small. I have these like all over the house, and these are some rock little things that we did. Me and a friend of mine actually put these outside.
Oh,
We were
nice.
just introducing people to like the neighborhood when they walk, and
Yeah.
we put it on their path.
Oh, that's beautiful. I want to say a quick hello to Matthew, Maria, and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like and share. Nice to see everyone on today. So she's my other sister. Everyone says, oh, it's just you and your twin. No, actually, I have three older sisters. Ria is the third one. I have also Angela and Despina, but Ria's very intuitive. She gives reading herself, and she is very, very clairvoyant. And during the show, if we're picking up anything on anyone's energy, we will feel free to say what we're picking up on. But basically, we grew up in a very haunted house, and I have my book, which is Remembering My Pre-Existence, My Journey from Darkness to the Light. And it's you can find it at healingsonthego.com. But basically, we grew up in a very haunted house. I don't know if you would pick up on it. I want Ria to talk about her experience, but I used to see a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Would you see it or no?
Well, sometimes I would feel like in the house it would feel like it depends. It depends, but sometimes I would feel like something in the house that wasn't right. And actually, remember that lady? I don't want to give away your book.
It's
It
okay. You can give a little excerpt.
something creepy in that building. Not only in our house, but remember you. I think you were too young to remember, but I'll tell you guys a spooky story since this is a spooky theme. But I just wanted to tell you, like, this goes back to when I was like maybe about 8 years old, nine. I think you were very not even born yet, probably. You guys were young. But what happened is like on the other side of the building, there was like me and my sisters were just walking there. We were visiting our friend who lived across the street, and we saw like a ton of cops around. We're like, oh my God, what happened there? And they had scotch tape around like a body on on the ground.
Oh
And
my God.
what's going on here? Little did we know somebody had jumped out the window, and it was on the side of our house. And the
Mhm.
girl that she it was almost like a Romeo or Juliet. Like she
Oh
really
my God.
loved
I
it,
remember that story. Yeah.
really
Go
loved
ahead.
and what happened is like he there were different faiths, and they couldn't be together because of their families. So she ended up jumping out the window, and
Oh my
her
God.
corpse, like it was like a murder scene because it was like right around all yellow tape. Scared the heck out of me and my sisters because we were young. We never seen anything like that. So that was really scary. And then also what happened in our apartment too, but I don't want to give away your book. So You guys read the book. It's interesting. Yeah, I,
It's an easy read. You
it's
can
not
read
bad.
it in like an hour. It's so easy
That's,
to read. I'll show it again.
yeah, it's really an interesting book. You will like.
Remembering my pre-existence.
Yeah,
I do remember it.
that's amazing though. Your gift is like different. We all have different gifts, and your gift is like really unique and magical. When I tune into your energy, I could feel like a lot of beautiful things.
Ah, yucky.
That's what I do. If I When I meet people, I see their highest essence, like why they're really here on earth. Like they're not here just to be like anything negative. I see their most beautiful, interesting inside their energy, what they're really their big purpose is. Now if they came here and they didn't do that purpose, well, guess what? They're gonna come back anyway. Because we remember energy doesn't die, guys. So
Yeah, it's contracts.
in
It's definitely contracts.
the
And
way I got into art, sorry to
no, don't worry. Go ahead.
the way I got into art, I wasn't ever anything about art. I never like I never took an art class in my life. I never did anything with art. It's when I would meet people, they would tell me, "What are you? Are you an artist?" I'm like, "No way, no. I was just studying business and everything." So when the people kept telling me this, I just dove into it myself and think, maybe.
Uh-oh, she got cut off. Okay, there you
uh,
go. Okay. The
That's
spirits are with us right now.
very soon. So that's how I got into art. It's like when people kept telling me, you're an artist, you're this and that. I'm like, I'm not an artist. I never did any drawing in my life, never did anything. But then when I started doing it, I was doing it in a meditative way. And I closed my eyes. Actually, one little piece of art could take like all day to make because I would really tune into the art to make it. So it's really like very deep.
Yes, and later we're going to talk about how they can reach you if they want their very own um, very beautiful artwork, which she has done for a couple of my friends that are amazed. And she picks up all their auric energy, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Going back to the house, the
Oh,
building we were raised in, guys, there was suicide all over the place. I remember it clearly. They
yeah.
all were jumping out of the windows, which is a very bad thing to do.
Hmm.
God, I feel so bad for them because for someone to do that, can you imagine what trauma they're going through? And it's so sad. I knew this man in the building. He worked he worked with, remember him? I don't know if you met him.
Oh,
He
was
was he had a warehouse of jackets. He used to give us free jackets all the time. And he lived alone. And sure enough, I heard that he committed suicide. I was like, what? I was totally shocked. And he lived. So when you go in my mother's house, our mother's house, to the right is where it's like a two, you could go to the right, to the left, and the apartments everywhere. So it's like everyone kills himself in that building, and it's horrible. And it does play with your mind. So people that don't know, spirits download information into your mind, and it's up to you to accept it or not. They do speak. It's like downloading an application. They will come through your mind, and you're like, wait a minute, where did that come from? So everybody be aware of the thoughts that come through your head.
Yeah, exactly. Thoughts are everything. You gotta always, like every day, when you get up, always think something positive. Don't, it's difficult because the time we're living in, you could just feel like that energy when you're getting out of your house. Like you're all comfortable in your house, relaxed. And then when you go outside, you actually could pick up, if you're not protecting yourself, you could pick up a lot of energies. You could be in a good mood, and then all of a sudden you're not in a good mood. You're like, what happened? How did that happen? It's because
Exactly.
we're very sensitive to the energies. But that's why every day you guys got to think of like something really that really makes your heart happy. Because
Mhm.
it's something that to be grateful for. And that's like really something to focus on.
Yes. And a quick hello to Helen and Saratia. Thank you so much for joining. Please do like and share. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I also want to say that it's sometimes very hard that people go through a very dark place. And it's normal because us as humans are experiencing so many emotions. But the important thing is not to stay in it for days or months because you're going onto their energy field. And that's when those earthbound spirits come, and you know how they say misery loves company. Helen says hi, Ria and Linda.
I can't see who's on at
Oh,
all.
you're not looking through your phone, huh?
Yeah, that's odd. I
Okay, well, I'll read them to you. But misery loves company. When you're on their realm and when you're depressed a lot, like, okay, everyone's going to be depressed, but if you're going to stay on it for a long time, they will come and visit you and say, you know what? Take the easy way out. Just kill yourself. That's all. Then they'll start telling you, nobody cares about you. You know how it is. I remember when I was younger, I went through a lot of traumatic stuff. So I know how they speak. And thank God I never gave into such things. I was very, very young at that time. And they do speak through you. Not to say too many details, you can read it in my book, but they do speak through you and they will test you because everyone has their own fear and they know exactly how to get you. Everyone's different. So if you tell me, scared of heights, they know how to test everybody to their weakness. And they do want you to go on their level, which is the negative, dark energies that go down. I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
but I believe like what really act like God is like more powerful than
Of
any.
course.
So that's why you know even if you do get that negative feeling, always like pray to God that he will like get rid of everything. The spirit, if you call it God or whatever you call a higher energy, because everyone has different names for it. But I
Yes.
believe that we like everything is energy, everything. So if you even if you're like with that negative, but sometimes people can't do it on their own. That's where you come in, Linda, because you really tuned in to people that are suffering or going through a bad time, and you could help them get rid of that negative on them. You really do that because
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, when I wasn't feeling good that time when our father passed away, and
Yeah.
you did feather healing, and that was really beautiful because while you were doing that, I closed my eyes and I had like a whole realm. I was in myself. I just
Yeah.
closed my eyes and I tuned into that energy. And believe me, it was really like a good experience. When you did that with the feathers, that was great.
And
Remember?
yeah, so people know when my show starts, that's my sister I'm healing because people didn't know because we hide you. But that is Ria. She was visiting, and I usually holidays, I'm like, who wants a healing? Everyone gets a healing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but I want to talk a little bit about our dad, because after the break, we're going to show a video where he's coming through. Our dad was very psychic as well. Unfortunately, he passed because there's no one like him. He was like, we all suffered a lot when he died because it was like, he was one of a kind and he was a healer too. And every time I had a headache, he used to come and do the Greek thing, how do we say it? The
You
prayer.
actually had a gift for that. He knew it all. He never read a book about it at all. It was just like in him.
Yeah. So
All about that. Yeah.
before the show, I told him, I said, please heal me because I woke up with a headache. But yeah, he is very special. And Ria caught it. You could tell them your story about the candle.
Yeah. What happened? It was November 9th, and it was like I saved it on my phone and I thought I had erased it. I'm glad I didn't erase it because I
Mhm.
knew like I'm meant for a purpose. Like I didn't even know I'd be on here. But probably it was for me to show it on the show. Who knows? But I was just meditating on him, and then all of a sudden I lit this candle. And if you gotta really tune in and listen. But it just sounded like he was trying to like talk. Like I could hear the spirit. You'll hear it yourself. But it has like a high frequency, and they do say that the people on the other side do have that high frequency as well.
Mm.
You could hear it through the candle. So if you
Yes.
God,
And don't tune out because it's gonna air in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go on a break and um my producer is going to air it in 5 minutes as we go on the break. But yes, he does come through and he's very clear. When she showed it to me, I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. How he always told me, he goes, when I cross over, I'm gonna try really hard to get through. So I'm okay. and I saw him twice. They say heaven is not in the sky. It's actually their realm is 3 feet above the earth. So that's why when you see a spirit, they're actually 3 feet up. So I saw him in Boston Market, his head only, and he smiled at me. And yeah, I did. And then I saw him in my bedroom as I was laying down, and I saw his head smiling again. So he does make himself known. Thank God for that, because his absence was really heartbreaking. I always say thank you, God, that I could pick up on it, because I don't know how we would heal without him. It was such a big pain in my heart. Very bad. Hi, Jessica. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like and share. Thank you, guys. It was really sad. And spirits are coming. They do want you to know they're okay. They just went to another dimension. And that's why they present themselves in different ways.
It's so our father, his energy, like I would feel his energy like a block, like he could be down the block and he had a very, very strong energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strong.
And
Passed away. Remember what happened to me?
yeah.
Really, really sick.
You're getting a little cut off. Go ahead.
It all went in my stomach. Remember?
Yeah.
Waited here for like almost a year. It was
She was suffering with her stomach really bad. Your voice is getting a little bit crackly.
oh no. How about
Oh,
now?
now I hear you. Yeah.
All right.
So your stomach, you were saying.
Yeah, remember my stomach was hurting. I couldn't digest anything. Because
Yeah.
I couldn't really. What happened is first they told us he passed away.
Yeah.
I cried a lot. Then they said, no, he did pass away. So it went with my feelings. I'm like, what? He didn't pass away. So then when he really did pass away, I couldn't even cry. Well, I couldn't cry at all. So that I held all that pain. And that was like the worst thing. I couldn't let it out because I thought they played with our feelings around. He died. He didn't die. Like, what happened? And he died also very suddenly also, which was very painful.
Yeah, he was actually, I was preparing him. I told him, when you die, you're going to see the white light cross over. I told him, do not stay earthbound. He goes, will I still be able to see you? I said, of course you will, but don't stay here. I told him. And I was preparing him, and they goes, oh, it sounds so nice. I want to go now. I go, no, I'm not telling you so you could leave. But just when it's your time, I told him, you're going to see us all crying. And he told me, he said, Linda, he said, and he came to my dream and he told me exactly how you told me is how it was. He goes, I saw you all crying. I saw the light. And, he makes himself so known. When he's around, I can feel him instantly. And so does Ria and my other sister, Maria.
Yeah. What happened the day after that? I tell you guys? Or I'm going to say it after the break.
Okay. Actually, everyone tune in now at the break. Don't tune out because we will be back in like a minute or so. But please do listen to the video. He's trying to talk through the candle. All right. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned, everybody.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought.
I don't want to come back down from this town, this town, this town, this town, this town, this town.
Hi, I am Linda DeVitis. I am a psychic clairvoyant medium and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back with my special guest, Rhea Mitchell.
Thank you.
Too bad we couldn't hear it, but yes, my father, it sounds like, and he was trying to talk through. Unfortunately, I didn't hear it. I don't know if anyone else, but go ahead.
You gotta really tune into it because at the beginning you really can't hear it, but you gotta really listen because it does sound like a high frequency sound. It's a really high. It's like that, something like that. That's you
He's
know.
trying to talk through.
Yeah. And I was gonna tell you guys, like, I don't know if you want me to tell you now, but after he had passed away, what happened the day after he passed away, I looked out the window. I was taking my son to the bus stop. And what happened is like all of a sudden where we live, there was like all seagulls around
Oh, wow.
that never been here before. And I was like, what is this? Why are all these seagulls around? And I was like, this is weird because I've never seen so many seagulls at once coming here. Then I looked it up about why do seagulls appear after somebody's passes away. And it said that the spirit's telling you that they're fine. And I had such goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God. And when I would think of him, I don't you have those two pictures. I would just look up and then just see like a heart out of nowhere in the cloud. I'm like, wow, this is weird. Like exactly the time I would think of
The
it.
pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull
Uh,
them up if possible, Bobby. Pull up the pictures. There's one that's a heart, and there's another one. Which one was it?
There were two hearts. It's like every time there's a lot of pictures.
There it is. Ah,
So many pictures on my phone, you wouldn't believe it. One day I'm gonna like want to make a book about it because myself because I have a lot of pictures. They're spectacular actually.
so
Because
he's sending you
oh,
love.
wow, yeah,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
like
Thank you,
amazing.
Bobby. Thank you. That's beautiful. Well, let me read this lady's writing to us, and let me read it real quick. See if you pick up on it or I pick up on it. She says, Jessica, it'll be 6 years next month that my father passed. I was pregnant with my son when he passed, and on my dad's second anniversary, my daughter was born November 13th, and I'm always seeing 1113, always on the clock.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing because I believe before we come here, we chart things. Charting means we make agreements with other spirits, and what you could be doing is reading into what you had planned before coming here. So I think that's why that number stands out to you. That's amazing, right?
Yes, definitely. I believe we picked like the days because it was strange because I just remembered this too with Matthew when I was pregnant. I got to the hospital earlier and they told me, like, be prepared. You may have your son now. And I was like, he's not really coming now. I know. Look at me like, what? Then I'm like, I know he's not coming now. He didn't pick this day. And this is even before I knew anything about reading about spirit stuff and everything. There were experiences that it just came out of my mouth like that. Like you too, Linda, right?
Yes.
Just had things happening like or if we would see something like in New York City, especially where we lived, I would feel like all sorts of stuff there like that would happen before it would happen. Remember the time we were in the cab? We were
No.
taking,
What
remember
happened?
taking the cab and we had a really bad feeling that somebody the cab driver he had like a fight with somebody else and he was banging the window with the umbrella.
Oh my God.
Remember, it was you, me, and Maria. You
And
remember?
then
It was like a while back, but I remember like even before that happened, just like felt something, and everyone has these kind of like intuition. That's what they say. Always follow your intuition. It's always correct.
yes, and
Your intuition knows. Mm-hmm.
exactly. Quick hello to Maria Litos. She says hi.
Yeah.
Keep keep it up. Raise our vibrations. And Tad, hi, Tad. Welcome, welcome. She also said yes. So, spirits, Jessica, do they will bring you signs that you're aware of. So that is him telling you hello because he knows he's linked to that number. She said, my daughter before speaking has also waved to someone when no one was visible. Yes, children are so very psychic. My daughter is the same way. Nowadays, mostly, I think not all kids, but a lot of them are very intuitive, especially when they're young because they're still connected with the other side. They're still fresh from the other side. So they're more visible, they're more innocent minded. As we get older, our we feel like certain emotions that could block our intuition. So that's why healings are important.
And every day, when you wake up in the morning, clear your energy before you sleep also. Because we pick up a lot of stuff throughout. Too.
Exactly. And that's why it's
I was
important to
that
cleanse yourself.
remember I used to do that when I was like you weren't even born, but it was like I was about 6 years old, seven. Before I went to sleep, I would just clear my go to sleep, and I didn't even know what I was doing. And then I
Mm,
found out later, I'm like, oh my god, I used to do that by myself. Couldn't believe it.
yeah. You're
Uh,
very welcome, Jessica,
uh,
anytime. Um, so basically, for people that don't know how spirits talk and communicate, they talk through feathers. When you find a feather, depending on the color, they're speaking through feathers. They will do everything to catch your attention, whether it be something that reminds you of a song, perfume. My mother in law comes with perfume smells, coins. You'll find bright white, shiny pennies, cigarette smells. If they used to smoke a lot in this life, they'll come with a smell, a song that reminds you of them, whether it be like a love song or some kind of song that would make you think of them. A look-alike. There was a man that looked just like our father in a car, and I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. And ladybugs, red cardinals, blue jays, flickering candles, like my dad came in,
yeah.
and so much more. Feeling hot and cold. You feel that too, Rio. Like when someone's hugging you, you feel their energy, whether it be cold or hot. The spirits come in.
Well, I like with the cold and hot. I don't really pick that up, but I pick up like sounds or animals that come around. Ladybugs have it's happened to me too. Dragonfly would go on the window. The ladybugs I would find right after he passed away. I found them at the door around the window, a bunch of them. I'm like, why did they come out the other times? It was really strange. They came out the day after, and that's when I was thinking of him a lot. Well,
Ah,
looked out the window, I saw like late. I'm like, gosh. Sometimes I would get scared of my own stuff, actually. Like when I would like manifest something and then it came out, I'm like, oh no. Like I couldn't believe it actually happened. But it's really like if you really deeply tuned into something, it's it will happen to you too. I
yes,
that. Yes. But it's
exactly.
nothing bad. Nothing bad. You don't want anything negative attracting, but then you gotta learn the dark side too to get to the light. Because you can't it's a balance. I had to learn that because see when I was young, I always focused on the light. And then I met dark people, so they taught like you have to focus also on the darkness too, because without darkness you can't have light. Without light you can't have darkness. So it's a balance. I met
Yes,
people that weren't really great, but it was all purpose because I had like I was too nice, they would say. Like, okay, I had to learn too.
it's lessons, lessons. That's why. And
Right.
usually you'll experience the darkness before you see the light. That's always happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Saratia, the two feathers is because you're very connected with American Indians. So whatever color you're seeing, just put white feather, spiritual meaning, and it'll pop up what the message is for you, whether it be white, gray. Usually white are angels. Gray, I forgot what gray means, but
Gray.
gray feathers. I don't remember, but if you look it up, it will tell you the meaning. And yes, ladybugs, that's a popular one. They come in ladybugs all the time.
And dragonflies also.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
There was one that had like rainbow wings. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. There was like a couple flying around. I'm like, oh my gosh, they were so beautiful. And I'll tell you another story, guys. Like once when I was going through some suffering also, and out of nowhere, a little bird comes up to the window of the car. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like right when you're like not feeling well,
Mhm.
all of a sudden I looked up and it was like actually it was the time I had to take this this pill that the doctor had given me, and I was like, I don't want to take this at all. And then once it's like it came around right at that time, tell me, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. I was like,
Mm.
oh my gosh. Oh,
Dragonflies. Yes, she said she saw one too. And that is definitely spirit. They say the extra wings are spirit that comes through. And says for me, it's always praying mantides. Oh, how nice.
those are when that would happen to me with the praying mantis. That was to me like one of the experiences because that's something great. I knew some good news would happen.
Mm.
I think what if you guys were pregnant the time I saw it, and that's when you had told me about the mantis.
That
Yeah,
is so
like,
funny.
you hear really good news when you see that. They say it was really big.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, praying mantides is very good. But spirit always comes through in different ways, and they will make sure that you notice that it's them, whether it be a picture falling on you, like just out of nowhere. They're trying to get your attention to tell you, hey, I didn't die. I'm just on the other side.
Yeah. A lot of also with dreams, it's like the biggest portal. Once you dream, when you're dreaming and you're in that meditative state, you get like the most amazing, like if you really focus in, you could get like a lot of interesting messages right through your dreams because it's like God sends these dreams to you.
Yes, and lucid dreams. That's how my dad, I always used to, when he died, I always would pull out of my body and I would go to the other side, and you literally have like seconds to talk to him. Once I would start crying, boop, I was awake. They don't like that because it actually lowers your vibration. So I was like, "We miss you," and then I was up. I'm like, I didn't want to wake up. But yeah, they talk to you, and I saw him as clearly as I see you in body and everything. I was actually on the other side. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
But I was visiting, and it's amazing how that happens. After a death in my family, one stayed in front on the porch for a month. Oh wow.
Wow.
What stayed? Oh, praying mantidy. Oh, that's awesome.
Amazing. Yeah, they're very amazing. They look like they're from the other side with their alien faces and their heads and everything. They're really very unique. Oh my god.
Yes. They always come in. Spirits will always come and visit you. They don't like to be considered, they don't like to say like say they're dead because they're not dead. Only their body died. Their soul is on the other side where we will all meet again. That's why it's so important not to stay depressed long because this life passes so quickly. And then before you know it, you think to yourself, geez, I just wasted all my time being sad over what? It's not even a. My dad, the first thing he told me when he passed over is he said, this life is not real. And it's not because in 100 years from now, it doesn't even matter anymore. So just enjoy the moment, live at the moment, you know. What messages did he give you, Ria? Did he
Uh,
talk to you?
when I saw him, he was like going somewhere. He was just like when I saw him in my dream after he passed. He was just in the dream. He was just doing. He was busy with something. So I guess he was busy wherever he is. He was like really busy doing something. I don't know. He was paperwork and just like he didn't actually, not yet, but he hasn't. He talked to me, but I like kind of like didn't remember like what he said. I didn't see a vivid dream of him yet, actually.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but I saw other signs of him. See, I
Yeah.
saw him in the whenever you think of him, I saw him in the hearts, and I also the candle, and also you forgot to mention, Linda, like remember when he passed and all our equipment was turning off? Everybody, remember? Everything
Yeah.
just our phones turned off and everything.
Yeah. He comes very, I'll share a real nice story with him. It was
Mhm.
like a year ago on my birthday. My father was like the master of phones. He invented caller ID before it was even invented. He knew all about phones. So that time it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it was on my birthday, and the phone started ringing. And then I was like, who's calling me at this time? So I said, Mom's cell. So I called my sister. I'm like, my other sister. And I say, is everything okay? Why is she calling me? And then she goes, she's sleeping now. What do you want? I was like, well, she's calling me. She goes, how is she calling you? Her phone is off. That was like, and then I thought to myself, that's my dad calling. And then sure enough, after a minute later, the phone with saying mom's cell is calling again. So I answered the phone and I started crying and I said, Dad, I know it's you. You're calling to wish me a happy birthday. And that was the sign because he was always a master on the phones. That was definitely him. Too bad
Exactly.
I couldn't talk to him, but I knew that was him. I mean, he could hear me, but it's a different vibration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's,
I don't know who's on, but remember we were supposed to like tune into somebody's
yeah,
energy.
go ahead. You feel
I
anything?
don't know who's on because I can't even see who's on.
Oh, okay.
Let me just think. Gotta read.
Matthew says dad's motorcycle. He picked up on him too. He read him very well, Matthew.
Yeah.
So go ahead. We have a lot of people on today. So whatever you're picking up on, maybe it'll relate to someone.
I'm not picking up anything yet. How about you?
Oops.
I
I
see.
just yeah. Go ahead. Tune in and I'll tune in. I feel pink. Someone has a lot of pink energy, a lot of love energy. I feel someone holding like a baby that's crying a lot. So I don't know, it could be anybody, but that's a general read. Someone picking up a baby and the baby's very unsettled and she's just rocking it back and forth. I see also a dark spirit that came through, like a shadow, something that looks dark. So maybe someone that's watching or will be watching, but those are the two images I felt.
I feel like somebody has a lot of questions in here. Like they're jumping up and down to like pick me, pick me. That's what I don't know if it's true, but I feel it.
Okay, whoever wants a
Is
question,
that
now's
jumping
your
down
chance.
question? I could feel like some kind of wild energy in here.
Somebody wants questions. So if you want a question, type it in the comments below and we will get to you right after this commercial break. Stay tuned, everybody.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought.
I don't wanna come back down from this town, this town, this town, this town, this town, this town.
Hi, I am Linda DeVitis. I am a psychic clairvoyant medium and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back with my special guest, Rhea Mitchell. Yay! Okay, so let's get the questions rolling. Matthew says, will I get a big publishing deal?
Yes. I just felt it.
Yeah, that's nice. I feel it will take a little time, but don't give up. Keep going.
No, I feel he will get it. Let's see. Just tell us who's right next time.
No, I feel that he will later. I feel like just keep going. I don't feel like too soon, but I feel like it's going to happen. What do you feel? You feel it soon?
I feel it quick.
Oh, okay. So we'll see who's right. Okay, next question. Will my anxiety with work be dissolved?
Who's that? Matthew?
Saratia.
Oh, with her anxiety with work. I think she has to kind of work at herself and do more self-love to yourself, and things will start not bothering you as much. And I feel like you're working in a negative environment for sure.
I feel with your heart, don't hold it in. Try to keep selenite in your chest. I feel like right away it goes to her heart chakra. Keep your selenite in your chest. And also, what else can you do? You're so sensitive that you pick up their emotions. So by wearing something that is protective will kind of alleviate the heaviness that could accumulate in your chest. Do you get anything else, Rhea?
I feel like she has to do more self-love and meditations, like self-love meditations. So when she goes to the work, she'll feel like, and she needs more like a boundary around herself too. She's too open.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think your American Indian guides are connecting with you because that's why you're seeing feathers. They're actually protecting you from that negativity. Okay, next question. You're welcome anytime. Helen says, will my business take off?
Let me see.
I'll let Rhea answer that because I already know the answer.
Feel it's neutral now. Like it's just like not good or bad. It's just there. But let me tune in to you. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have to work on some things a little. Yeah. It's just nothing's happening at the moment, but you got to work on more things to make it more. Like it's very competitive out there. You got to find your niche and, something that you're going to stand out from the market because there's so much competition out there.
Exactly. You said that right. And she knows nothing about it, Helen.
Nothing.
Yes.
Put my hand on the Bible.
No, I know. I didn't even tell you anything.
No.
Very good. I know you're very accurate. Anyone else? Ask questions. Ask questions. Anyone that wants to ask a question, feel free. If you forgot to ask another question, go right ahead. So in the meantime, while people write down if they want any questions, she said you're on point.
Oh, yes. Wow. See, I just tuned in, guys. I don't want anything for this. This is all free. I don't want anything. Linda, you always do readings from your heart. And you really tune in as well.
Thank you.
I'm not in any business of this at all. So.
Yeah.
And
okay, whoever writes a question, feel free, and we will answer your question. But in the meantime, we'll talk more about spooky stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's the theme here.
Do you feel anything in your house? Because I feel male spirit in your house.
No, I don't feel anything in my house.
I do. No,
Right.
I feel like somebody that has lived there before. I don't feel like it's a bad thing at all. I feel like just a male energy. That's all.
Yeah. Maybe people come in before,
Yeah, before. I don't feel like a mean thing. I feel white. Like maybe it could be someone's protector. Could be Matthews or, you know,
yeah.
just like an angel. Okay, Anne says, am I ever going to get to New York to meet my Strong Island family? Well, I hope so. That would be great, Anne. The answer should be yes.
Where do you like? Where is she? Like outside?
What is it?
Does she live on the coast?
I think where are you, Anne? In California or the?
Say east or west?
I'm not sure where she lives, but she's such a sweetheart. She always supports everyone's show. She's a sweetie.
Thank you. I know she's always. I always see her when I come see your shows.
Ah, that's cute.
Yeah.
You have to come, Anne. We're expecting you. So she was planning for 2025. Oh, I felt California. Isn't that funny?
You're
Good.
saying
You have to come.
coast. Didn't you hear me before? I just said West Coast.
Yes,
Don't you?
yes.
Had nothing.
High five. Both of us got it.
I didn't even know at all. So
Me neither. I felt California too. Isn't that funny? I'm like, where are you? That is so funny.
we're in tonight, Linda, as usual.
We're rolling.
That's right.
Anyone else that has any questions? I feel you'll come here, Anne. I really do. Okay. Let's see. I'm an hour from the beach. Ooh, you're so lucky. That's beautiful. Saratia says, should I go on my trip to California with work?
If you don't like those, the people, no, I wouldn't go. If you don't like that surrounding and that environment you're in, I wouldn't go with them at all.
And honestly, I feel like it's gonna stress you out. I feel dark energy with that question.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now my computer's talking. It's like, shh. Isn't that funny? Someone's here. I bet it's our dad, because our dad loves he loves coming through. Lorraine, welcome. Today we're giving free readings, so ask away, Lorraine. We're on a roll, me and Ria. Ask away. Everybody wants questions answered. Go right ahead. This is a fun show. So I'm going to talk about, in the meantime, houses. Every house has a spirit. It depends on the energy, if it stays or not. You're welcome. Anytime. She said thank you. So it depends if it's welcomed or not, depending on the energy. So if the energy is very uplifting and clean, the negative spirits aren't going to like that. If your house is very gloomy and dark, what do you think it's going to attract? The same kind of energy. So it's very important what you actually put in your house, what you put at your door, how the energy feels, and that's usually what will come through. Welcome, Lorraine. Welcome. Please do like and share and ask any questions you want. We are here to do readings towards the end of the show. We only have like 6 more minutes. So, will I ever move from where I am? Lorraine is asking.
I feel like it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. I don't feel it right away, no.
No. This is
Next.
just
Well, Ria, talk about your artwork, because I see your colors, light purple, lilac.
which one?
Your aura colors.
Mine are purple? That's weird.
I feel like that lilac.
You're on too because that's a shirt I bought recently.
You're welcome, Lorraine. You're welcome.
Guys.
So in the meantime, I want to say again that Ria does a lot of beautiful artwork. She tunes into people's energy. She's just very humble and doesn't like to say it, but she does. She makes a lot of beautiful artwork. She tunes into your colors and she makes a nice portfolio or a little portrait. You can contact her. Where can they find you, Ria?
You could find me on Facebook, but you could also like find me on Instagram. I have an Instagram as well. In in healing art is my Instagram, but I haven't really got for a long time. But I'm
You
just
got cut
watching
off.
a little thing I made, like this little. Because the reason I made this is that there's this little cat around here that looks just like that's like just follows me around.
In case people didn't hear you, her Instagram is in healing art, and she posts a lot of stuff, nice stuff. You're welcome anytime. Anyone else that has any questions? We only have like 3, 4 more minutes. So in the meantime, we will talk more about our stories. Again, my book is all about the building that I grew up, or we both grew up in, and it's very haunted. There were a lot of suicides in that building. And
Yes.
again, you can find it at healingsonthego.com. Remembering my pre-existence, my journey from darkness to the light. It is my experience. It's an easy read. You can finish it in an hour. It's like only like 90 something pages. Thank you. She said so beautiful. Your art. Show your art, Ria.
And, I told you guys I never thought of myself as doing any art. So this
She makes beautiful stuff. She really does it. She puts all her nice energy on.
tell you the honest truth. Little thing.
Lorraine says that she have a bad spirit around her. I do think so, a male one. I mean, not to say bad, it's something that's around you, a male spirit. That's what I feel. What do you feel, Ria?
Who, Lorraine?
Lorraine, yes.
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the past is like really horrible to her, like a really like not a good person.
I feel a male one. Do you feel male too?
To keep away from their energy.
It's a spirit.
Keep praying, Lorraine. You gotta pray and light candle, a white candle, go to church. Believe all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, this little things.
That's cozy.
Thanks. This was an angel. These are done after meditations. I don't know if you can. I have a lot more, but I have them all over the house. So,
Yeah, she makes little cute stuff. You should have your own live and show them.
it's okay.
It's
I get
beautiful.
a lot outside too.
Yes. So basically, everybody just focus on your energy and also try to keep it as clear as possible. I know it's hard, but do that. Even Epsom salt bath. So we pick up so much energy during the day that just by washing with Epsom salt really sparkles up the energy. And what you are inside reflects our outside. The more positive you feel, the more glowy, the more happy. You could tell when someone's very positive through their energy. But again, we all have our good and bad days, but keep positive as much as you can positive because everything's temporary in life. Yeah. What are your last words, Ria, before we go?
Last words. Oh, but,
For the show.
oh,
You're so
Yeah.
funny.
it's a good read, and you'll like really interesting. If you haven't gotten her book yet, I advise because I like your book.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Ria, for being on.
Thank you.
She's very shy, so for her to be on is a big thing.
That's right.
So I'm glad she came on to share her experience. You guys are awesome. And if you ever want to contact her, she's on Facebook, Ria Mitchell. You can find me at Linda DeVitas, healingsonthego.com. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm so happy to see all of you. Thank you, Saratia, and everybody for tuning in.
Good
You
luck.
guys are awesome. Good luck. Keep happy. And always clear your energy because you don't want it weighing you down. Life is too short, so enjoy every moment. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great night, everybody.